out the way now. I saw you guys' faces when she said the word Satan. Okay? Let me clarify. I'm a licensed ordained minister. Okay? Satan is not the person that runs around in a red suit with a pitchfork and a ponytail. Let me just clarify that right now. Okay? You'll understand why I said I married Satan in about 30 seconds. Alright? So on the count of three, I want you guys to repeat after me. What?
What?
In Maryland.
In Maryland.
And you're lying.
And you're lying.
So we got it out of the way. Okay? First and foremost, the book says we had the marriage license, a ceremony, my name changed, but no marriage. Remember I told y'all? What? In Maryland, and you're lying. For 4.5 years, this lady named LaDonna M, will just pretend like that's me for a few minutes. Okay? She thought she had married the most wonderful man in the world. But after 4.5 years of going through hell and hot water, remember I said the Satan person, she decided to leave and move to Baltimore City. When she got here, she thought she'd gotten away from him. She thought her life would be able to start over. You know, she thought she'd be able to change some things around. Well, he found her in Baltimore. After she pleaded with the court, please don't let him know where I am. I'm fleeing for my life. I need to get away from this man. Okay? I'm glad you're with me so far. So what ended up happening is that once I filed for my divorce, because you know, ladies, let me talk to ladies for a second, guys, okay? Ladies, you know how we meet that one right Mr. Right, that Mr. Wonderful, that right person we want to be with? Am I the only one that's ever dated? Met a man that I wanted to be with and that I like? Okay. So anyway, with that, I met this one guy and I said, you know what? I want to show this guy that I really do like him, so I'm going to file for my divorce. You guys are quiet. So when I filed for my divorce, a month later, my ex-husband, boyfriend, lover, whatever you want to call him, and I'll tell you why in a second, filed for an annulment. How can you get an annulment after almost 5 years of marriage? Remember I said, what? In Maryland, and you're lying. Right? Because before me, during me, and after me, in fact, 7 years to the day that he and I had got married, he just got married again, he was married to someone else. So, do you see why I was married to Satan now? Because I have been, let me just put it to you black and white. If I hadn't gotten out when I did, I would not be able to stand here in front of you because I would be dead. I'm just going to put it boldly out there because too many people have been sugarcoating it. My platform is about domestic violence. Not saying that I'm a victim, because I'm not. I'm victorious. Okay? Not saying that I'm just going around saying, oh my God, he was just the worst person, because I'm not the perfect little innocent angel. I did things too. I can say that. At the time when I met him, I was a gold digger. So he had the car, the truck, the house, everything that I wanted materialistically, but it came with a price. But see, again, like I guess I'm the only one that's ever dated somebody that he was fine. He had some things that I wanted, or she had some things that I wanted. You know, she may have had a nice Coca-Cola bottle. Maybe it's just me. I'm sorry, this is just me. I'll just speak for myself. So anyway, this book actually takes you through my story. It's not written in chronological order because I couldn't give it to you like that. It wouldn't be my voice talking. So it's written in Christ's old order, okay? Which means that every chapter in here, there's 9 chapters, 162 pages. It has the biblical meaning of what each number means, from chapter 1 through 9. So basically, whatever part of my story equivalated to whatever that biblical meaning number meant in that chapter is what part of the story you got. So some people were saying at first, they were like, I don't know if I'll be able to follow that, but most people have been reading this book in a day. If you go on my website, you'll see LaDonna, oh my God, I didn't know anybody else would go through something like that. Oh my God, I thought I was the only one. I get Facebook and emails all the time. There are so many people that are going through things. Let me just put it to you like this. I'm trying to separate pulpit and speaking engagement right now, okay? But the thing is, there are so many hurting people out here in the world that have been sugarcoating it. It's time that we take off the Maybelline. It's time we take off the mascara. It's time we take off our nice little fine ball caps, our nice fresh haircuts, whatever it is that you're using to mask that hurt and pain, and let's get to the root of it. And so what I did was at first I started writing this book as a way to get back at him because he got away with it. Like I said, he just got married again. He's not in jail. No problem. I had my little female vindictive side for a second, and I said, you know what, I'm going to get you back. And I started writing a magazine article. And as I wrote the magazine article, God started dealing with myself. Things that I had suppressed when I was a little kid. Things about being molested, being abused. I'm not ashamed. You don't feel so serious, okay? They're serious issues, but if I wasn't able to talk about them, or if I wasn't free from them, I wouldn't be able to talk to you about them. So So I'm here to give a voice to anybody whose voice has been silent. Whatever issue that you've been dealing with, that you've been holding back, guess what? There's a way to get free. Not saying this book is the only way that's going to do it, but this is a start for you. If you don't know how to get started, getting free from whatever you're dealing with, start out reading this. And you'll hear my story and how bold I am. And I'm truly transparent in this book where I'm like, hey, look, this is what happened. This is what it is. Don't feel sorry for me because I'm a happier person. I'm a better person. And some people think I'm crazy when I say that, I'm glad I went through this situation. But if I didn't, first of all, I wouldn't have a book that was making serious sales. Okay? So I've already got them back. But you see how in Boomerang, I didn't have to be vindictive and spiteful. All I had to do was tell people about I married Satan and my story. How else could I sell in 4 hours on my very first book signing, when I first released it on May 28th, sold out over 20 books in 4 hours? How else could it be that every day I can't keep them in stock? I'm waiting on a shipment now. That's why I don't have books over there. I thought it was going to come before I left there. How else? Because God let me deal with the forgiving him factor and dealt with me on my issues, so therefore I'm free to be able to reap the benefits of it. So, like I said, I didn't come to preach. I promise you I didn't. No collection plates or anything like that. I tried to sit down and write little notes to keep it, in retrospect. But just to give you perspective, on July 26th, how many of you guys have cable? Y'all are blessed. Well, I don't have cable. For those folks who don't have cable and have a little digital converter box, July 26th at 1 a.m., there's a TV show that comes on in Baltimore City called Keep It Real TV Show. Okay? Tune in, 1 o'clock a.m., set your alarm clock, set your BlackBerry, set your iPad. I'm jealous. Set all those because I'll be on there talking about the book and you'll get more in-depth details about the actual story. Okay? Also, just kind of piggybacking on what Mr. Fitzgerald, Ms. Pagan, those are my seniors in the Black Writers Guild. I do respect you guys and thank and appreciate you guys for running that organization like you do. One of the things that they kept emphasizing, and I'm almost done, I promise, is that in order to be a publisher, in order to get your book out, first of all, what does Nike say? Do. Just do. Okay? I personally haven't spent $500 at all with this project. That's including my marketing. That's including my production. That's including everything. $500 does not even come close to within my budget. Because first of all, I don't have $500. But something extra, if you see my BCE bill, you would understand it. So if you want to take a donation for that, we'll talk about that afterwards. The book has been released. I actually started writing a book, and like I said, I wrote it for a magazine article. Well, guess what? The power of technology, the computer crashed. I lost my entire file. So what was I going to do? Start completely over again. But this time it was better because when I started over again, I remembered more details. When you were saying about that blank page, Mr. Fitzgerald, I had blank pages, I had blank documents, I had everything. I had just had documents that I labeled the chapter and didn't write anything else on it. I just knew that I was going to come back and work on that. Like I said, I haven't spent hardly any of the money. Never take a place for granted. These are just notes that, like I said, I was sitting here and I have to relate to you and I'm going to sit down, I promise. Never take a place for granted. If you're at a job and you lose that job, remember what you learned on that job and keep moving. Because there was something that's going to help you later on. I didn't realize that until I started losing jobs. Then I understood. Okay. Like I said, this is the first book that I've actually published, but I've written a couple of them. If you see my house, if you're going to be a writer, be prepared for paper mess. Your car is going to be messy. Am I right? Your car is going to be messy. Your house, your work area is going to be messy. You're going to have paper, pens, sticky notes, stuff all over the place. Okay? Be ready. If you're a neat freak, compulsive neat person, then write in a little corner in a little cubby because it's going to get messy. Okay? And I just want to say thank you guys. Just know that I'm reading one little other note that I had to write down here for you. Okay, I'm a multi-genre author. I got to say that too. I don't just write children's books. I don't just write novels. Whatever drops on me to start writing, that's what I start writing. So you heard the introduction about the children's books. You heard about, I married Satan. Be ready. There are so many books that I'm pregnant with right now that I'm getting ready to give birth to in the next couple of weeks. And it's not all about me. It's actually about you guys because as I sit around, I watch. As I talk to people, I get stories. As I meet people, stories constantly come. So get ready. If you have a story that's inside of you that you're not going to try to write, God might give it to me, and so I might end up getting rich off of you. Thank you.